What's up, my friends? Happy Independence Day. This is my rant, stealing the dream. So I'm in the middle of this deal, and this young couple saved 10 years to get it done. They went with this bank going on. So here's the problem. I got this young couple, been saving 10 years to get in this house. We were supposed to close last June on the 27th, and the bank, the lender, has not come through. There's a problem with that. Number one, it's a bank. Why? Banks have no skin in the game. Banks are paid, people are in the banks are paid on salary. That means they have no incentive whatsoever to get these deals closed. So we found out in this situation, just so you know, we've extended once, extensions. The seller is frustrated as all get up saying, I do not want to extend. The selling agent is amazing, has been working her butt off to keep the seller in this game. I've been working my butt off to keep the seller, the buyer in the game. The buyers, we are past refund time. That means that if the seller does not renew, my people stand to lose their thousands of dollars. Okay, so what's the situation? The situation is this. There's a few things came up in the banking process that they need to review. Truist, in this case, is the lender, need to review some items. Now, that's fine. I get it. We want to double check. You want to make sure that your money is safe, Mr. and Miss Lender. Totally understandable. However, the problem is timing. Right? Some of the documentation was not asked for ahead of time. That's red flag number one. Number two, when it was kicked back to their, quote, review department, the situation is, well, this is according to the lender, the person I'm supposed to be working with, a fellow professional, is that, there's 15 files ahead of you. Okay, I don't care. I don't care what's ahead of me. You know what I care about? Performance. You know what I care about? Helping my buyers get in their house. You know what I care about? Getting the job done. Because if we don't close this deal, we don't get paid. It's paid for performance, my friend. That's it. It's that easy. We don't get the deal done, we don't get paid. Simple. I ain't on salary. I'm not here just milking the clock. So I reached out to the mortgage lender. I said, hey, we've already extended, give me a guarantee date. Give me a guarantee date. I can tell my buyers, tell the seller, and boom, we're done. Well, and this is what I'm getting back. Well, it seems like, and there's all of a sudden communication goes stagnant. I get nothing. So I reached out on the day we're supposed to close, and this is the message I got back on my texted. Reach out to your buyer. You already talked to them twice today. So the lending officer knew that I talked to my buyer. Weird. Would not pick my call. And I had to say, well, hey, that's great, but since you're the professional, I want to talk to you about what's going on. That's not customer service. When you have a professional not willing to talk to another professional and say, you know what, hey, I don't know what's going on. Hey, we are behind the ball. Hey, my company looks bad. I get it. Just own it. Own it. Hey, I didn't do my job. I dropped the ball here. Because when you own stuff, then we can say, okay, here was the problem. Yeah, I made a mistake, but how do we fix it now? How do we come together and fix it? Because really, what is success? Is success being able to sit there and go, oh, look, you dropped the ball and I didn't? Is that a successful transaction? It's not. That's just blame casting. And blame casting don't get me paid. You know what gets me paid? Is when my buyer moves into that house. You know what gets the mortgage lender paid? The bank? See, the mortgage lender, she's getting a salary, but the bank gets paid when they can lend on that money. But they don't realize that. They lose the big picture. The selling agent gets paid when she helps the seller out of that house. Paid for performance, my friends. That's all it is. Love it. Love it. It's the American dream on this July 4th. And so the problem is that there's been shoddy customer service. And matter of fact, I don't even call it professionalism. I don't care if you work for salary. I don't care. You could still be a professional. You can. It starts with ownership. What have you done? What have you failed to do? Hey, realistically, so we extended out, right? We extended out and said, hey, so now, and I'm trying to pin it down. I'm trying to pin this loan officer down saying, when can I tell my buyer we will close? When? And I'm not getting a definitive answer. Why? Because the loan officer then is not willing to rock the boat and go to these people saying, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, whatever, super checkers people, we're behind the 8 ball. We need to get this done. I haven't called a real estate attorney. A friend of mine, I was like, look, what's my recourse? Because my buyer had everything into them. They're ready to go. They have everything. It's the loan officer who dropped the ball. And if this bank steals their dream, it's gonna be interesting what happens. It's gonna be very interesting. So my word of caution to you, my friends, is this. If you are considering getting a new loan, even if you have a relationship with a bank, I would offer you this. Double check. Check for performance. If you go to mortgage brokers, and again, this is not just a mortgage broker, because there are some good loan officers and good banks out there that get it done, that put you, the client, first. And that's really, at the end of the day, what it's all about, right? Because it's about putting you first and getting you what you need. That's why we're in this industry. I'm not here to get you, I don't know, I'm sitting outside with these trees, these clean-cut trees, and I mean, I can refer you to people, but that's not my main priority. My priority is to get you into a house or out of a house. And so what I want is to surround myself with people who have the same goals, same objectives. Because it takes a team to make a real estate transaction happen. And when one person, when one organization, one group doesn't take your success seriously, you can lose thousands of dollars, my friends. Thousands of dollars wasted because somebody didn't care enough about you and your situation. Right? You came to me. Now, in this case, I'll be honest, the buyer brought the mortgage person with me. I didn't suggest them. I didn't recommend them. They said, hey, this is the person we're using. Fair enough. I'll work with who you get. But come to realize, what I realized is that they didn't really do due diligence. If you do need some mortgage lenders, if you need some recommendations, I have some amazing people out there who have actually gone above and beyond and have really worked their butt off to be professionals and to get the deals done. And I've seen them get on agents. I've seen them say, look, we are paid for performance. Let's get this thing going. And they've rocked it. So I got some people, if you need some introductions, I can do that for you too. Be more than happy to do that for you. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's your success, my friends, right? What? It's your success, and I'm only paid by helping you become successful. And what's success? Getting into or out of the property that you want. That's it. Right? You want to get out of that property, we'll sell it. We'll sell it for the best amount of money, the least amount of hassle, the shortest amount of time that we can. Right? We try to do all three, but it doesn't always work that way, right? Sometimes you gotta prioritize. But get into that dream home, the home that you want, that you love, whether it's your first home, your second home, your final home, your downsized home, whatever it is. And so that's important. I mean, that means that you're important. What you want is important, and I take that seriously. And it ticks me off when people that I am thrown into collaboration with, in this case I was, with this lending institution, don't take that seriously. They don't care enough about my buyers to say, we are going to do everything it takes. Why? Because at the end of the day, you just get a salary. Whatever. If it falls through, it falls through. We got more coming in. You know, and I challenge the status quo out there of these big corporations. Nothing wrong with being a big corporation, but what I have a problem with is when big corporations don't serve people. When you stray away from the values of serving the people that got you started. All right, my friends, that's the rant of the day. Have a happy and safe 4th. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. And stay tuned for more. I'm just going to pop this button here. Peace out.